Good morning, dear student. I am Kunal Kiran from the Millennium School, Lucknow. Dear student, we have been learning about the reconstitution of partnership. We have gone through two topics, change in profit sharing ratio and admission. Today I am going to start a new topic in reconstitution of partnership, that is retirement of a partner. When any partner retires, or this chapter is also covers retirement as well as death also, because both the condition, if any partner retires or any partner died, both having the same accounting treatment. So first of all, I'm talking about retirement. What are the conditions when a partner gets retired? The first condition is if there is an agreement to that effect. Suppose any partner has agreed that he will retire on this and this particular date, or in this particular year he will get retired. If all the partners agree to his retirement, or if the partnership is at will, by giving a written notice to the remaining partners of his decision to retire. These are the three provisions on the basis of which a partner can be retired. So the moment any partner get retired or any partner died, so the present agreement what is going on among the partner is totally dissolved. After his retirement, a new partnership agreement comes into the action. So reconstitution is also a dissolution of earlier partnership agreement. As I have discussed in the beginning of the chapter, that reconstitution means change in agreement among the partners. So whenever any partner gets retired, or any partner got died, then the old agreement dissolved, and the new partnership agreement among the remaining or continuing partners comes into the existence. The firm, however, continues. So another point of thing to be understand: liability of a retiring partner. Retiring partner, whenever partner gets retired, he is liable for the act before his retirement. Whatever the act he has done in the form of business transaction, he is liable for the third party. Second, he will be liable even after retirement if he hasn't given the public notice of his retirement. These are the two things. One, he is liable to the third party for the act he has done before his retirement. And second, his liability could be continue if he hasn't given public notice before about his retirement. Now, our point of view, our concern here to know what is the accounting treatment we should do at the time of retirement of any partner, or at the time of death of any partner. So as we have discussed earlier, at the retirement is nothing but the reconstitution. So at the time of reconstitution, first of all, as we know, whenever there is a change in agreement, the one thing is very much common is there is a change in profit sharing ratio. It may be change in profit sharing ratio situation itself, or it may be admission, or it may be a now retirement or death. So at the time of reconstitution, or you can say right now, at the time of retirement of a partner or death of a partner, there are 5 type of accounting adjustment will be done in the books of account. First of all, we should calculate new profit sharing ratio if it is not given, and we also calculate gaining ratio at the time of retirement, because gaining or sacrifice ratio, because the person who is retiring or the person who got died, he has sacrificed his share and he must be compensated in the form of proportionate amount of goodwill, right? So at the time of retirement, the person who is retiring, he is naturally a sacrificing person, sacrificing partner, so he should be compensated by the continuing partner in their gaining ratio. So first of all, as an accountant or as a accounting student, we should calculate the gaining ratio or sacrifice ratio as well as new profit sharing ratio. Second is adjustment related to goodwill. Third is revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. Fourth is reserves and accounting treatment related to reserves, surpluses, accumulated losses, and finally calculation of total amount due to the retiring partner, and last, how we will make a payment to the retiring partner. Apart from this, after the retirement of a partner, remaining partner or continuing partner can have their own way of capital adjustment. So we will take each adjustment, each accounting treatment one by one. So first, today I would like to talk about calculation of net profit ratio and gaining ratio. So net new share of any continuing partner, a person after retirement of any person, new share of a continuing partner we can calculate by his old share plus his gain share. So on the basis of calculation of new share, we can calculate the new profit sharing ratio. In this way, there is a case one when one partner retires and the new profit sharing ratio among the remaining partner is not given. Suppose in the question, any partner is got retired and new profit sharing ratio among the remaining partners is not given in the question. So in this case, we presume that the remaining partner will continue to share profits and losses in their old ratio, and the old ratio will also become their gain. They will gain, they will acquire gain, or you can say they will acquire the retiring partner's share of profit in their old ratio. So gaining ratio also become the same what they are having a old ratio. For example, A, B, C are the partners. Suppose C retires or C died, then and their old ratio was 2:1:1. So apart from this, no information has been given how A and B have acquired C share, or what is the new profit sharing ratio between A and B in new firm. Then new ratio will be between A and B will be 2:1. What is their old ratio, and the same time their gaining ratio also 2:1. Second, second case is when the remaining partners takes profit share of retiring partners in an agreed ratio. In such case, we will calculate new share of a continuing partner equal old share plus acquired share, right? So we will see some illustrations. The first illustration says A, B, C were partners sharing profits in the ratio of 2/6, 1/2, and 1/6. A retires and surrenders 2/3 of his share in favor of B and remaining in favor of C. Calculate new ratio and gaining ratio. So first of all, A got retired and A share is 2/6, or we can say 1/3, right? So A's share will be divided among B and C in the ratio of 2/3 has been acquired by B and rest of 1/3 will be acquired by C. So the ratio between the B and C, 2 is to 3, 2 by 3 is to 1 by 3, or we can say 2 is to 1. So B will gain 2/3 of 2 by 6. 2 by 6 is a 2 by 6 2 by 6 is A share. So 2/3 of A share has been taken by B. So 2/3 of 2 by 6, that is 2 by 9, has been taken by B. Right? Now B's old share is 1 by 2 plus gain share 2 by 9. 1 by 2 plus 2 by 9, LCM is 18, and 2 9s are 9 1s are 9, and 9 2s are 2 2s are 4, 9 plus 4. 13 by 18 is a new share of B. The same way, C will acquire from A 1/3 of 2 by 6. He is getting 1/3 of his share. So 1 by 3 of 2 by 6 is 1 by 9. 1 by 9. So C is acquiring from A is 1 by 9. So now C's share Now C's new share is, C's old share was 2 by 6. Now he has acquired 1 by 9 from A. So now 1 by 6 plus 1 by 9. LCM is 18. 3 plus 2, that is 5 by 18, will be the new share of C. So what is the new profit sharing ratio? So new ratio between B and C is 13 by 18 is to 5 by 18, that is 13 is to 5. 13 is to 5 is a new profit sharing ratio, and the same time gaining ratio is 2 is to 1. Right? Now next question. A, B, C, D were partners in a firm sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3 is to 2 is to 1 is to 4. 3 is to 2 is to 1 is to 4. Right? So A decided to retire from the firm, and his share is acquired by B and C in the ratio of 3 is to 2 according to agreement. There are 4 partners. A is getting retired. A decide to retire from the firm, but his share is acquired by B and C only. D is not acquiring at all. Right? So calculate the new profit sharing ratio and gaining ratio. So B will gain, and B and C are acquiring A share in the ratio of 3 is to 2. 3 is to 2. So 3 by 5 of 3 by 10. 3 by 10 is A's share is 3 by 10. Now B and C are acquiring in the ratio of 3 is to 2. So B will acquire 3 by 5 of 3 by 10. Right? This. So B will gain 3 by 5 of 3 by 10, that is 9 by 50. And C will gain 2 by 5 of 3 by 10, that is 6 by 50. 2 by 5 of 3 by 10, that is 6 by 50. So B's earlier share was 2 by 10. Plus he acquired 9 by 50 from A. So now 50 is LCM. 10 5s are 5 2s are 10. 50 1s are 1 9 9s are 9. So 19 upon 50. So B's new share is 19 by 50. C's new share 1 by 10. His old share was 1 by 10 plus 6 by 50 what he is acquired from A. his new share is 11/50. D's new share, D has not acquired at all, so old share will be the new share at 4/10. So we will take the LCM, and the new profit sharing ratio is 19:11:20. D was having 4/10. To make denominator 50, we will multiply 5 into numerator as well as denominator. It become 20/50. So it become equal denominator for all. Now the new profit sharing ratio is 19:11:20, and the new gaining ratio is between A, B and C will be 3:2, because in this ratio they have acquired the share of A, right? So this is all about the question.